everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shaughnessy, and on this channel we discuss fragrance, beauty, and wellness. And if you simply like to have a good time and you like my vibe, subscribe. So y'all, I wanted to do another quick video today, another tag video, and this is the memories tag. And again, I thought I had written the name down when I was preparing for this video, but I do not know who created it. It will be down in the description box because I wasn't tagged. I haven't been tagged for a minute, but if I see a tag I'm interested in, I'll just do it. I don't wait, honey. And I saw Vania do this tag, and I said, oh, I'm gonna go down memory lane and see, you know, if I can answer these questions. So I think it's 9 questions here, and I feel like I accidentally skipped one, but y'all, I'm just gonna go with it on the fly, talking to you all. But before we get started, let me tell you what's on my lips. So I have on the NYX lip liner in Nutmeg 811. And my gloss, these glosses I love. These are the Milk Makeup glosses, and this is in Quest. So that is my lip combo of the day. So the first question for the memory tag or directive is, name a scent you used to love in high school you wouldn't dare wear today. So the ones that I have down here, I know some people still wear them, and that's fine. But I just don't even feel... Okay, I'm going to start with the first one I have. I can't remember if this was high school or middle school, but I put down exclamation because I fell in love with that bottle. And I remember my mom bought me one bottle of it, you know, and I just thought I was the coolest thing ever, honey. And I love that bottle, but I haven't smelled it in a long time. But I remember after I finished that bottle, I never asked for another one. I think I was more in love with the bottle than the scent. So I even thought about repurchasing it today because I've seen people's videos where they talk about it, but I just don't feel the inclination to wear that. Do I want to smell it again? Yes. But do I think I'd ever wear it? No, I just don't think so. I think I had, you know, it had its time in my life. Another one is Vanilla Fields. I remember my cousins had that. My aunt wore it. It was very popular among everyone. So I begged and begged, and my mom or my aunt, I can't remember which one. Maybe it was my aunt. Maybe she's the one who got it for me. I can't remember. And I had, I think just one big bottle of that because I liked it, but I didn't just love it. So again, it was one I felt, you know, everyone around me was wearing it, and it was the it girl fragrance at the time. And I don't think that was high school for me. Was it? Yeah, I can't remember. But these are the ones that I can remember during that period of my life. It was either middle school or high school. So that is another one that I've even looked at it and said, would I repurchase? Do I want to repurchase it again? But I just don't. I don't repurchase. I think it's too many memories, too many people who have passed. And I just don't feel like I will ever wear it again. I don't feel like I will. Another one was Beyonce Heat. I remember going through 2 or 3 bottles of Beyonce Heat. And I can't remember if that was high school or like the end of high school or early college. I believe it was in that 18 to 20 range, but I just can't remember. So that is another one. But it's one in here that I have, well, that's 3. And then I'll talk about the other one on the next one. So those are the 3 that I put down. Oh my goodness, it said name a scent. Y'all, so I gave you 3. Bonus. Okay, number 2. I think I got this one mixed up with the first one. Name up to 3 scents that did not exist when you were in high school, but if they were, you would have worn them. So I thought about it, and I put down Marc Jacobs Daisy Love, because I was trying to remember exactly the type of fragrances I liked back then. And I was more of a some fruity type of fragrances, as opposed to now I'm more vanilla, somewhat fragrances. So I was trying to think, what did I gravitate towards? And I do think this would be one. I think the packaging would get me. I think it would be so cute, and I think I would smell it and go, oh, this is so pretty. And I think I would like it back in high school too. So I chose Marc Jacobs Daisy Love. The other one I chose was Giorgio Armani Si Passione. Again, I was trying to think of the scent DNA that I used to like. And this is a grown up type of fruity, shampoo-y type of fragrance. But I have a feeling that if I smell this back when I was in high school, I would like it still. And I would want to wear it because I would be like, ooh, Passione, red bottle. You know, I just think I would like it, and it fits the scent profile that I was gravitating towards more then. So this is the other one I chose. And number 3 is name 2 Bath and Body Works scents that you wore in high school. So y'all, funny story. I didn't discover Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret until towards the end of high school. And that's because my cousin, well, it's a long story, but she was the one who introduced me to those type of stores, okay? Because where I lived originally, it was a very small town, and it had nothing. You had the Kmart and the Walmart, and then, you know, you didn't have all of this. And then when we moved, I didn't really know about any of those things. And then when she came, I said, oh, and then I fell in love. So the only fragrance I can remember wearing from Bath and Body Works that I was absolutely obsessed with was Japanese Cherry Blossom. And I believe, again, that was probably between 17 to 19. And I just fell in love with Japanese Cherry Blossom, and I wore it out, honey. Wore it out. So that is the only fragrance, because actually when I was introduced and found out about Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret, I always preferred Victoria's Secret mist to Bath and Body Works because I felt like they were more feminine, girly, cooler than Bath and Body Works. So the only fragrance that I can actually remember that I loved and wore all the time was Japanese Cherry Blossom. Okay, so that was only one because I can't remember another scent. Number 4 is name 2 Victoria's Secret scents you wore in high school. Again, this is between 17 to 9. I don't even know if it's like I said, it's either the last year of high school or college freshman, okay? So I remember Pear Glacé, because, you know, you had to have Pear Glacé. So I wore Pear Glacé and Secret Crush. Secret Crush I miss till this day. I wish they would bring it back. That Pure Seduction took the place of Secret Crush. But yeah, I repurchased Secret Crush a few times. Pear Glacé, I think I only went through one bottle, but Secret Crush, I went through a few, honey. So those were the 2 that I remember from Victoria's Secret. Number 5, name a perfume you wore in high school. And the first one that came to mind was Britney Spears Fantasy. That's why when number 1 said name a scent you used to love in high school, and I thought it was name 3 because I got them mixed up. This was another one that I put in there, but it said that you wouldn't wear it today. So I was like, ugh. So y'all, I bought this because I was like, oh, nostalgic reasons, okay? Because I went through, I had the flankers of Fantasy. I went through 2 or 3 full size 100 ml bottles of Fantasy. This is the scent. For me, I would still change up my fragrances, but people actually knew me by Britney Spears Fantasy because I remember I was with a friend of mine and I smelled it on her. I was like, oh my goodness, girl, what are you wearing? And she told me, and I begged my dad for it, and he was like, get me this, because at that time, you know, I think they were, you know, they were full of price, okay? So I remember we were in Walmart one day and I saw, you know, they had the little knockoff versions. So he bought me that one and I used that one up and it smelled just as good, but I wanted the bottle, you know, I wanted the real thing. And so my mom, I think my mom bought me my first big bottle, and then I was the one who kept it up later on. But yeah, so this is what I wore late high school, going into college. Britney Spears, Fantasy, honey. This was it. Okay, number 6. Name a perfume name a perfume your parent or sibling wore while you were in high school that you remember sticking sprays of. So the only other female in our family was my mom, because I have 2 brothers and then my dad. So I wouldn't be sneaking sprays of their stuff, because I was of the mindset back then girls had to wear perfumes and boys had to wear colognes, and you didn't mix it up, you know. So that's how I thought back then. So the fragrances that I would sneak sprays of, and I had to sneak. She just let me. She didn't care. So it would be her Avon perfumes, because my mom loved Avon. And I loved Avon too at the time because of her. I loved getting the book. I loved looking at it. I loved circling what, the jewelry and what, my wish list, and then see what she would buy me. So yeah, it would be any of my mom's Avon perfumes. I would go in and she would just let me wear some of them, because I will never forget. I know I've told this story before, but for the people who haven't heard it, I will never forget. I sprayed some perfume from Avon, and I remember it was a very ornate bottle. It had a black top, but neither my mom nor myself can remember the fragrance. And I sprayed it before we were going to our congregation. And one of the older sisters in the congregation, she was like, and granted, I was probably 12 or 13. Maybe, let's say 12 to 14. Maybe 15. And this was it was a mature smelling scent, okay? But I didn't care about that stuff then. I just was like, oh, it's perfume. Oh my goodness. My mom is letting me wear her stuff. So, and she was like, oh, you just smell too grown. And I didn't say anything because, I didn't want to get killed by my parents. But I was like, yes. But I was thinking to myself, girl, my mama? I mean, if she didn't have a problem with it, worry about your own kids. That's what I was thinking, but did not dare say. Okay, so number 7, name 2 non-Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret mists you wore in high school. Again, let me tell y'all something. I didn't discover fragrance mist until late. I was a perfume girl. I didn't wear fragrance mist because my mom would buy me perfumes from Avon. So I just remember this fantasy, Body Fantasies. It was raspberry that someone gifted me, or maybe I was in Walmart or something and asked for it. And I got it, and I remember thinking, I don't love this. Body Fantasies come a long way since then, y'all, though. But yeah, I just remember that one. That's the only one, because I was not into fragrance mist. Not from Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret till later on, like I said, towards the end of high school, because I was wearing perfumes. My mom would get me perfumes from Avon. So that's the only one that I can remember that was not from Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret. It was a Body Fantasies fragrance mist, and I remember it being raspberry. Okay, number 8, name a perfume in your collection today the high school you would have never thought. Wait a minute. How did I write this? Name a perfume in your collection today the high school you would never thought you would like or wear. And this is the one it's 2 I forgot to answer. Okay, so a perfume in my collection today that high school Shaughnessy would never think I would wear. So it would be a vanilla fragrance, because even though Vanilla Fields is in here, I don't remember it smelling particularly heavy of vanilla. I remember, for me, like I told you all, Vanilla Lace, and that was very popular with Victoria's Secret. When I would smell the vanilla scents, I wouldn't like them back then. So the perfume, let me think of a perfume that is just purely sweet and vanilla. That would be the one. I'm trying to think of a name, you all. Because like I said, I was more into fruity. I grew the older I got, liking different fragrances. So, you know what? Lieb too. YSL Lieb, that line would be one that I wouldn't like back then. Of course, it is more grown-up, womanly. I probably wouldn't have liked Vanille, that perfume from that Outreamer perfume I like, Vanille. That's the one I probably, and it's a simple vanilla, but I did not like vanilla back then. So I'm gonna say that perfume because it's basically all vanilla. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, you all. So that's the one we're gonna go with. Vanille, Outreamer's Vanille perfume. I don't think I would have worn it because I didn't gravitate towards predominantly vanilla fragrances back then. Okay, the other one I forgot to answer. Number 9, what is the number 1 perfume you wore in high school and college? Oh, well, that's easy, okay? Britney Spears Fantasy and Beyonce Heat. And then you can throw in Jessica Simpson's Fancy. Though they were all, and then Mariah Carey's M. You can throw all of those in there, honey. That's what I was wearing in high school. That's what I was wearing in college, at the beginning of college especially. That Heat, like I said, Fantasy and Heat, 3 full bottles. Oh, and you can throw in Juicy Couture Juicy Couture's Viva La Juicy. You could throw that in there too. That's what you would have known Shaughnessy. Those were the fragrances I was wearing, rotating a lot. And then you could also throw in Victoria's Secret's Heavenly. Y'all, I've just rediscovered my love of that from using a body oil and the fragrance mist. And I don't know if I would want to, because like I said, I wore that out too. I think I went through 2 full bottles of perfume, 2 or 3 of the big fragrance mist, when they had the pretty heart on the bottle, the very ornate bottle. So I really don't think, and it was years since I wanted it again. So for that, I would throw Heavenly in there too. But I think I wouldn't want to just smell like Heavenly, but I like to layer with it now. So I think the mist is going to be in my collection again for a minute. So let me recount the ones that, the number 1 perfume. So I named 5. So the number 1 perfume, oh my goodness, I would have to say Fantasy. Fantasy, I'm going to say high school, freshman, and then Heat, Beyonce Heat, I'm going to say beyond that. Because it was those 2 especially that I remember getting multiple bottles of because I was going through them. So, yeah, that was a memories tag. That was fun. I did enjoy that. Thinking back one day, I've been saying this since I started YouTube. So I've been saying this for about over 3 years now. I wish I could come up with a tag. Maybe one day I'll have time to sit and think of one that hasn't been done. But I did enjoy doing this memories tag. If you all enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. And if I can remember you all, I'll try to put these in the description box. And if you want to leave your answers down below so we can go down memory lane together, I would thoroughly enjoy that. Please share this video with everyone, y'all, because we're trying to keep it growing over here. And please don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't ever miss any of my videos. And as I always say, if you like my vibe, subscribe. Until next time, bye.